The park you are looking at, folks, is Central Park here at the Imagine Extreme Barcelona, and we are just getting ready for the men's scooter park finals. All right, Scooter Brad, Troy Mannering, we're going to do the men's scooter park final here. We're expecting some big action, so let's roll over to the park and we'll get underway here.
Let's go.
So format looks like this: 12 riders, 2 runs. Each run is 45 seconds. The best run counts. So again, pressure's on to make sure you get a good rundown. Now, Brad, this has been a theme all weekend long. Is it about getting a good safety run in first and going for it in the second run, or do you think we're going to see some of these guys just throw caution to the wind and absolutely go for it?
Yeah, I mean, it is the World Final, so it's hard to determine whether or not people are going to be throwing down in both runs, but I think the most logical option to go for here is to put down that solid basis run and then throw down in the second. So whatever happens from here is kind of just up in the air.
And this is an ISA-sanctioned event, correct?
It is, that's correct. So the ISA has been throwing down since 2012, I believe so, yeah. Through the ISA, being hosted in various locations around the world. But this is the 3rd year it's been here in Barcelona.
Well, I mean, the one thing I noticed is that the explosion of the scooters in the last 10, 12 years has been absolutely insane. And obviously, Terry Price, the granddaddy caddy of the scooter world, he's here. He's part of the judging community and has been a proponent of scooting around the world. I see him everywhere, all over the place, doing different events. And he's even out on course right now, walking away. His camera in hand, and unbelievable. And you've got a whole bunch of new guys that are coming up on YouTube yourself. You've got plenty of followers. If you're interested in checking out, it's Scooter Brad on YouTube, correct?
That's correct, yes. You can join the Buddha Bunch on the YouTube scene. 200,000 followers and counting. We got plenty of people down here like T-Fox. Over 5 million subscribers on YouTube right now. We got the Bo Bros here, about 300K. We got the Funk Bros, 2.5 mil. Everyone in the scooter industry is kind of blowing up right now, and it's a great time to be a scooter rider.
We're also seeing Scooter being a part of the Nitro Circus. You know, the guys out there absolutely going bananas.
Yeah, that's right. The Nitro World Games is a huge competition. The Nitro World Games are going down in about a week's time over in Salt Lake City, which some of the competitors today are actually going to be competing at that competition as well. They're going to be throwing down some big stuff on the mega ramp, which is going to be great to see. And this box jump here that we've got today is one of those jumps that people can ride, and some people can ride really well. It's been a struggle for some of the riders, but looks like we're about to get underway very shortly.
Well, this park has been increased in size from last year by about 40 to 50 square meters, according to the organizers here. And I've been talking about this a little bit from the other sports perspectives of whether or not it is harder on the scooter riders to have more space, or if it makes life a bit easier because you have more time in between the features to set up for your runs.
I think it could go either way. It depends on which kind of rider you are. If you're one of those riders that can pack in a bunch of tricks, then that could go down easily for you. But all the same, some people are definitely struggling with that side of the course.
Well, from what I've seen here, a few guys are boosting some pretty massive airs off of that one step-up jump, and even going as far as getting a meter and a half above this huge flat wall on the left side of our position here. So I'm really excited to see how this contest goes down for the men's scooter park finals here.
There's definitely some really, really good talent here today.
So you're live streaming this right now on your site, correct?
I'm trying to, but the internet connection is definitely not the best, so I'm just setting up a link to the Facebook page so everyone can watch it in the best possible quality.
All right, introductions going down on course right now. Once that's complete, the guys will disappear to their starting locations, their preferred starting locations. We got a full house. Pretty much. Temperatures 29 degrees, winds 13 knots out of the west. So we got some nice breeze going down, but it's still warm. It's been warm all day long, so that affects the performance level. These guys have been working hard. It's hot, and the audience has to be commended for being here through the temperature as well. They've been up there in the stands all day long enjoying the action here at the Imagine Extreme Barcelona. This is a very individual, a very interesting, and a very unique event in that the audience can get so close to the action and the athletes, but not only that, there's opportunity for them to participate in the various sports on the upper plaza level where there are some mini parks set up for the kids to try the thing out. And that, Brad, is the big thing, right? You know, it's the opportunity for young kids to come along, hop on a scooter, a skateboard, or BMX bike, or a street board, whatever, and give themselves a chance to really take it to the next level and become the future of the sport.
Absolutely, and that's where most of these riders have definitely come from themselves. They just jump on a scooter one day and think, hey, you know what? This is one of the best things I've ever tried in my life, and I'm going to keep doing it until the day I die.
Now, something I've noticed about the scooter community is that we, in particular here at the Imagine Extreme Barcelona, you've got plenty of Europeans in the mix. There's plenty of people from Brazil, from the skate scene, for instance, and there's lots of folks from Argentina and South America. And so, but what I'm noticing with the scooters is that you've got athletes from the USA, from Poland, from Great Britain, from Australia, from the Czech Republic. You know, you yourself are from New Zealand, correct?
There's definitely a lot of diversity when it comes to scooter riding. It is global. It is worldwide right now, which is amazing. So some of the riders we've got here today are some big names in the industry. We've got Kota Schuetz, we have Bart Oscobara, Cody Flom, who is a YouTuber as well, Dante Hutchinson, one of the best, if the best, in the UK scene. He's 2 times UK champion at this point. We got Morrison, straight out of the Australian scene of scootering. He came second in the ASA qualifier. Just below Sinclair, who was also competing. He came first, and he's just one of those newer riders on the scene. I actually had not heard of him until the ASA final, and he threw down at that event, so it's going to be interesting to see which Dylan will come out on top from the Aussie scene today. But I think, personally, my top 3 today, you've got to watch out for Kota Schuetz, you've got to watch out for JohnMarco Gaydos, obviously Jordan Clark in the mix there as well. All of these guys have a shot of taking it out, so it's going to be probably one of the most exciting finals that we've had so far.
Dakota Schuetz will ride last because he actually came first out of the semifinals with his scores. So what does that tell us about, you know, where his headspace is for the event like today? You know, does that add more pressure on him, or does it make it easier because he gets to watch everybody else's run and then maybe readjust his thought process? Yeah,
that's actually a very good point you've made. It could go either way. I think the pressure's going to be the biggest setback today. So Kota coming out, I think he was definitely holding back a little bit yesterday. He's definitely got more tricks in the bag today. So it's just one of those things you got to watch.
So from Warsaw, Poland, Bart Ostroba will be the first to drop in. We'll try and keep you updated with live scores as we go along here.
Bart actually took a stack on the scooter cross this morning. That's why his hands are both bandaged up. And see, so he took a pretty bad fall, and his hands, his arm, his hip is all messed up. But he's still out here competing, so props to him.
And I'm going to take a wild stab that his name, when completely said, is actually Bartosz, but who knows?
Yes, it is. Bartosz. Yes, we discussed this morning, actually. Bartosz Escobar. Oh, man. I would definitely hate to be riding after an injury such as that one. I was looking at it this morning like, whew! You wouldn't catch me riding for at least a week after that happening to me. This is going to be very exciting. The anticipation at this point, for me especially, I'm one of those people, obviously, some of you guys watching will know that I review the Scoot News twice a week, every week on the channel Scooter Brad across YouTube, so this is definitely my forte. Like, I love competition, I love watching these guys throw down, getting world firsts, and just having a really good time.
We had a lot of firsts last year as well. There was plenty going on out on the course, and I was sitting with Terry Price, and he kept the action going pretty heavily for us as well, and I was really pleased that we got to witness all the action that we did last year, so I can't even imagine where it's going to go this year.
Absolutely. The MGP Park Battle Best Trick Competition later on in the day is going to be one of those things where people just throw down the world first. I've heard some rumors of tricks that are going to be going down, but I don't want to spoil it for the viewers, so definitely don't go anywhere after this stream. We're about to kick it off. Bart Oscobar is going to drop in. Here it comes, guys. The ISA World Final Championship 2017. He's dropping in, hitting the spine. Big air over the spine, getting some speed for that box jump. Triple bar spin to tail whip, going up the vert wall with a foot plant. Just carrying that speed through the course, heading over to the step up with a front flip. Super nice. He doesn't look like he's struggling with those hands whatsoever. Double in with the spine. Super clean. He's carrying that speed and has very nice flow through the course. 540 flare. Oh, it's amazing. He's not struggling whatsoever. Still carrying that speed through the park. This is the first time I've seen him pushing. A little bit sketchy flowing around the park just there, but he's coming down the board slide on the rail, across the driveway box jump, straight into a flare full whip, but not quite sticking the wheels there. That's a very technical trick, actually letting go of the scooter completely to barspin and tail whip at the exact same time, whilst obviously upside down. That's something that I could never comprehend on a setup. Like, whew, that's one of those things that you just don't understand.
Front flips for me, especially over a spine ramp, are also an incredibly wild trick because, you know, a backflip is different because you can spot your landing, but a front flip, you're basically going in blind.
Yeah, absolutely,
absolutely. And over a spine, that's just that's death on a stick if you're not careful.
You got to know exactly when to open up on that front flip to stick those wheels, and you're either going over the bars or you're slipping backwards if you open up too early.
All right, next up, Cody Flom from Los Angeles, United States of America.
Age 17, one of the young bucks in the competition today. This guy is a very humble rider. He's an amazing little kid, and he shreds some box jumps, so just watch what he's going to pull off over this box jump today. He's dropping in, hits the spine. There's a quint tail whip. It couldn't have been a quad. Straight into a fronty whip rewind, kickless rewind. Foot planting on the vert wall, still carrying that speed, heading over to the step up with a 360 bar spin, just floating across there, lining himself up for a flare downhill, coming straight across to the quarter bank with a nice, stylish tail grab air. Triple downside tail whip.
I can't even keep up with the number of rotations on those.
Yeah, it's hard to spot, especially the tail whips, because they just go so quickly. Coming across, fast plant front flip out of the bank. He's got 9 seconds remaining. I think he's got time for one more. We've got a big trick here over the spine. What has he got? A finger whip, quad tail whip. Oh my lord. And he finishes it with the box jump trick, but that one will not count. It was past the buzzer. All the same, an amazing run from Cody Flom.
What's the rule on that with the buzzer? If he's mid-trick?
I think if it's mid-trick, if he's taken off before the counter stops, then it counts. But if otherwise, if you go off the ramp before the buzzer goes off, then it will not count towards the score. And it, fortunately for him, because he did slip the foot, but I think that's why he would have done it. He was just keeping himself safe. And hopefully he's going to push a little bit faster and get around the course so he can get that box jump in for his last trick before the timer runs out.
All right, Dante Hutchinson up next.
Age 16, straight out of the United Kingdom. 2 times United Kingdom champion, actually. He's dropping in straight into the spine with a double inward over the spine, straight into the box jump with a, oh my god, it was like a brickless to finger whip. Some of these tricks are so confusing.
I can imagine those of us who don't have a background.
Yeah. Tail whip, grab, front scoot, straight into a whip, buttercup, down that massive step down drop. 20 seconds left, big inward air, he's carrying that speed. Feeble slide on the teardrop. Fakey board slide, just coming off the scoot a little bit there, 10 seconds left. Straight across the driveway. Coming out, a cash roll, a fast plant cash roll, just dropping the foot there, and that will be time for Dante Hutchinson. He's absolutely throwing down today.
Unbelievable.
He's a personal friend of mine. He said that he wasn't too keen on the course, but it doesn't look like that it was the final verdict from him. He looks to be shredding out there today.
He's not too keen on the course? What happens when he is keen on the course?
Yeah,
Holy moly.
Exactly. That's definitely one of those things, eh? A lot of people definitely struggle with the course, but I gotta say, like, if you can ride big ramps, then obviously you're gonna love this course. But if you're someone like Ben Thomas, who's been in every single final apart from this one, who just isn't that much into the bigger ramps, then you could just struggle with that. But these guys here, they're obviously throwing down. They've got plenty of experience with box jumps. Here we have Dylan Morrison running for Elite Scooters with a flip, bar spin, whip, bar spin, just stacking it just then. I saw him do that trick in practice like every go yesterday. He's carrying that speed up the vert wall, coming across to the step up with a whip, rewind, super smooth. He's got the flare, downside heel. I think he's going to reserve himself for a second run here. But he's got the buttercup. Small transfer there from the vert quarter to the normal size quarter. Comes up the box, flip, whip, drop in. And a dip 9 and a flip drop again. Dylan Morrison always on that flip game. He knows exactly what he's doing when he's upside down on the scooter.
Now, for the people that are watching at home, you look at these guys and they've got a scooter underneath them. They're holding on to the handlebars, but the control isn't necessarily all from the bars. A lot of it comes from the foot position on the
definitely,
board.
Definitely. It all depends on what trick you're doing. If you're letting go for a bar spin, obviously a lot of the control is in the wrists. And it's the same with tail whips. Actually, the faster you can wiggle those wrists around, the faster you can get the whips. But things like bri flips and whip front scooters, back flips as well, it's all about the foot positioning. You'll see a lot of riders adjust their footing before and after each trick, and that's because they need to be in the right spot. They've got to be feeling their scooter with their feet.
All right, so Dante Hutchinson with 85 points is our current leader, and Hunter Schuetz is dropping in now from Temecula, California.
With a bar spin triple tail whip over the box, straight into a double inward tail whip. Oh, barely holding on there. Hand plant on the vert wall. He's carrying that speed over to the step up, taking the line that most riders are doing today. Kickless, rewind, kickless, straight into a feeble stall. 25 seconds remaining. He's coming up to the quarter bank with a inward to kickless, a kickless rewind, just slipping out there. That's one of those feet tricks. You got to have the
first get off of the day, actually, the real proper one.
He's coming straight across the driveway. I think he's obviously going to reserve himself a second run here. Might throw down another box jump trick if he's got the time. Can he jump off before the buzzer hits? There's the buzzer and the fronty inward. That was right on the buzzer, so the judges are going to have to be careful on that one, but geez.
Should count, though. I mean, for me, he was in transition.
He was in transition. Yeah, fair point. But that double inward tail whip, just watch how much he almost came off. But he had the control, he had the strength.
Yeah, he's basically holding onto that board with his tippy toes. I mean, and the entire body weight is coming down. The compression there just on his toes must be insane.
Absolutely.
So Hunter Schuetz with a pretty decent run, but as you said, probably going to have to make it happen in the second one. And Richard Zalika up next from Prague in the Czech Republic.
360 bar downside heel whips. That's an upper whip, getting so much height on that vert wall. 30 seconds left, coming over to the step up with a full whip, which is where you let go of the scoot. Straight into a flare, whip to bar spin. Lip slide on the quarter pipe there. This guy is riding with massive bars. Mad respect for him. Buttercup on the quarter pipe there, coming over to the rainbow rail with a board slide. First person we've seen today hit that obstacle. Quarter to the vert wall, getting some speed. 360 bar over the box, backwards. Just stacking it. He was trying quad bar spin in the best trick yesterday. It looks like he's good. He's good, guys.
It's okay. Good to see him get up on his own, not have to get helped up. Love that over the rainbow roll. So sexy. Still Dante Hutchinson on the top. 85 points. Cody Flom in second place with 78.66. And our pole, Bart Oscarova in third.
Dylan Sinclair dropping in with that big backflip combination. Straight up the vert wall. Coming back across the driveway. Whip, bar spin. Jumping across the driveway again. With a 540 flare. Such good height just then. Coming across the quarter bank. Downside whip, downside bar spin. Straight to a slow bri flip. Just slipping the foot there.
So impressive.
I think Dylan has a lot more in him. Second run, I think he's just getting down that first nice run for himself and then just kind of not holding back in the second. I think a lot of riders are going to be doing this today.
All right, next up we've got Roomet Salik from Estonia.
Roomet Salik riding for Phoenix Pro Scooters. 360 double tail whip to tuck no hander over that massive box jump, carrying that speed through the course. Coming to the step up with a 720 bar spin downhill. Oh my goodness. That was insane. I saw him 720 bar spin it earlier today, but would never think he'd add another trick in there. Backslide, lip slide, coming down the bank, across the driveway with the rainbow rail with the back lip slide. Very easy. 540 flare with the massive amount of height, just landing a little bit flat there.
The massive amount of rotation.
Fast plant front flip. 3 seconds left, straight on the rail. Bar spin, back lip, super steezy. That is going to be a high-scoring run. If he can get that 540 flare, maybe with a variation inside of it in his second run, that is going to be a high contending run. The amplitude on that was incredible. The backslide, lip slide with the bar spin in front of it. If Leo is up next, this is Leo Spencer on screen.
It should be JohnMarco Gaydos.
It should be JohnMarco Gaydos.
Looks like they might have skipped over JohnMarco. Is he injured or not riding for whatever reason?
No, I don't think so. We might have a bit of a technical
there we go.
difficulty here. Oh, here he is. He's on screen. Whip, rewind, bar spin over the big box with a foot plant on the wall there, carrying that speed up into the step up with a whip, finger whip, rewind, just slipping out there, unfortunately. Bar spin on the quarter pipe. He's coming back through the course over the driveway box. He's probably going to reserve himself a second run now. Flare, bar spin, back across the driveway, coming up the bank, getting some speed, straight into a 540 flare, extremely clean. He's got 10 remaining. Back across the driveway, another flare trick. Was he going to do double flare? There it is, double flare, super clean. Geez, the level of riding today is insane. He's got a fast plant fronty for the crowd as well. Hopefully he can clutch it up for his second run.
Just one small mistake in that run, more or less.
Yes, absolutely. But the triple finger straight into the whip, rewind, bar spin. Oh my goodness. Insane. Riding for Lucky Scooters, straight out of the US. He actually just won the Pro Series with Scooter Hut recently, so he's got a big title under his belt as well.
Now we're at Leo Spencer.
Hey, we got the right man on the screen right now. This guy he threw down in the qualifier yesterday. His run was absolutely hectic, and he's definitely got more in the bag today. I cannot wait to see what he's about to throw down. He qualified second in qualifying yesterday, 0.3 behind Kota Schuetz. It was a very tight qualifier, and this final is going to be very, very close as well. Dropping in Leo Spencer, straight out the UK, getting massive amounts of speed. Whip, rewind. Straight into a Mac flip, or an unwood as some call it. Double bar spin over the spine, massive amplitude. Bar spin, bri finger, rewind. Woo, he's putting it all on the line today. Just slipping the foot there, unfortunately, on the box jump trick, but he's coming out with a fast plant front flip, still carrying all that speed. Flare. Oh my god, was it flare, bar twist, downhill, flip, whip, across the drop. I can't even comprehend this. Whip, oh my god. He's killing it. Flare, bar twist, whip. Oh, it's Leo Spencer, everybody, give it up. This kid, I'm just watching him ride in real life is amazing. It blows my mind. If he can get that box jump trick for the second run, and he can throw a few more in, that could be the first place run. The amount of technicality in those tricks, the bar twist whip flare, that's a trick that you just like.
I'd love to update you on the scores, but our scoring computer has just crashed on us. It's been taken away for repairs. So perfect timing on that one, as we got our number one qualifier from yesterday, Dakota Schuetz from the USA in the blocks, ready to go.
First place qualifier, 3 times ex-world champion, back for the first time since Rush in 2015 in the UK. This is his first world final for 2 years, and he's back to reclaim his title, but can it be done? Dropping in, he's hitting the big quarter-to-quarter gap.
Oh my god.
Coming across the wall ride, straight into the driveway with a whip, rewind. First trick of the run, bar spin out of the bank, straight into a flare, kickless rewind. Back down the bank with a double whip, across the driveway with a Superman. Feeble stall on the vert wall. Board slide across the rainbow rail. He's getting in that simple run for his first run. This is the same run he did yesterday.
Simple run?
Yeah, this is the same run he did yesterday. Coming across the box jump, cash roll, double whip. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And that's the banger right there. And he gives the wave, the signature wave. Same run as yesterday. He's definitely putting it down to get that decent score before he's obviously going to throw down in the second. I've seen him doing some incredibly interesting tricks in practice just before this competition kicked off, so it'll be interesting to see whether he throws many of those down. I saw him crashing a few times, but who knows? It's Kota. He's a machine.
All right, so there you go. Jordan Clark sitting on top. Dante Hutchinson got just shuffled down one notch. Roomet Salik with a good run moves into third place. And Leo Spencer, the only other guy with an 81 score in this standings so far. The rest are down below the 80 mark.
So that was the first set of runs, done and dusted. Now it's time for the seconds. We got Bart back again for his second run. Sweating those hands, they must be sore. But let's see what he's got in this run. I thought he would have scored a little bit higher in his first. It was a pretty good run, in my opinion. Just the amplitude on the tricks that he did and the amount of flow he had. He doesn't push very much. He keeps the speed, and he just goes big.
And he is actually sitting in 8th place with a 74-point score. Just got our screen back
Nothing
here.
Front double whip as first trick over the box jump. Letting go of the scooter completely as it flips forward, pulling it down with a double tail whip over the spine with a nice front flip. Super smooth. Tail whip the transfer straight to the spine. Double in with the spine. Super clean. He comes up across the hip. Barspin drop in straight into a 540 flare. But he stacks it, unfortunately. He's looking like his hands are hurting. That was a very solid run up until that point, but unfortunately just slipping the feet there. He's going to set himself up for another trick. I'm calling it 540 barspin flare. Just a flare barspin to keep himself on the scoreboard just there. Very nice run, very respectable from somebody who's copped an injury this morning.
Okay, quick update. Jordan Clark at the top of the standings with an 87.66. Dakota Schuetz in second place with an 86. And Dante Hutchinson in third with an 85.
So Kota is currently 0.16 points behind the defending world champion Jordan Clark. I think Jordan, especially because he slipped his double flare whip, I think if he clutches that up, he'll get an even higher score. And it'll be hard for Kota to catch it. But Kota's definitely holding back for his second run.
All right, Cody Flom in.
Bar spin, Bry grab triple tail whip, if I'm not mistaken, over the box, carrying the speed into the step up with a 360 bar spin, straight into a flare downhill, massive amplitude coming over to the quarterbank with that steezy heel to deck grab this time with the one-hander. Quad downslide tail whip, he's clutching it up in this run. He's got the foot plant on the vert wall coming across the driveway, getting some speed, just making it across, setting himself up for another box jump trick.
Well.
Yeah, a lot of people have been struggling with that flat top, that's for sure. He's going to hit the box jump again, I think. Finger whip triple on the buzzer. Whip rewind, kickless rewind, and he sticks it.
That'll
a perfect
count.
run from Cody Flom. That is going to be a very high-scoring run, surely in the top 5. But we'll have to wait and find out. It's hard to count them 4 or 5, and then boom. It's an untwist, Bry, deck grab, triple whip. Whip, rewind, kickless rewind in the front flip. Oh my goodness. This kid is extremely talented. Dante Hutchinson is up next. Riding for Apex Pro Scooters, 2 times UK champion.
Currently sitting in third place.
Can he get himself up another spot? Let's find out.
Cody Flom jumped up with an 82.66, by the way, sitting in fourth.
Starting it off with a double inward, straight into the box jump with a brickless to whip. It's hard to see on the live feed. A whip grab, finger bri flip. I wouldn't even know what to call these tricks. Whip buttercup again into that step down. My goodness. The amplitude in this guy's runs are just crazy. Double hand plant on the vert wall, something we have not seen today. Straight out with that fast plant cash roll, and he sticks it! 10 seconds remaining for Dante. He's going to flip drop, and does he have time for a double flare? I don't know if he'll make it before the buzzer. Has he got it?
Nope,
there's the buzzer. And a whip butter. That was an amazing run, super clean, a perfect run from Dante Hutchinson. Can he take that top spot?
I say this often, I'll say it again. I would not want to be a judge in these days with the way these guys are all riding. It's insane.
Especially the tricks that nobody knows the names of. This guy's been making up tricks. Every time I see him ride, he's done something different. That one just there on the slow motion was a double whip, buttercup, but like opposite to a rewind. It's just so confusing.
Dante Hutchinson, 90.66.
Dante Hutchinson in first place with a 90.66. Oh my goodness. That is going to be so hard to catch. I am so happy for the guy. That was insane. Next up, Dylan Morrison dropping in with
45 seconds.
The flip barspin whip straight into the box jump with a 360 whip rewind, if I saw it correctly. Back lipping the vert wall, getting some speed across to the step up with a tail whip. I think he just cased on that vert wall, so it was hard for him to get speed. Flare downhill just slips out. He's got 25 seconds left, and he's not looking too stoked. What has he got? Coming across the driveway into the box jump with a flip whip again on the drop in. Dip 9 on the quarter, but he slips out. 10 seconds left, and he's done. That's it for D. Morris. I think Dylan definitely wanted more. He's one of those riders that he needs to have the right mindset. That was the 360 double tail whip over the box, must correct myself from before. But that flip whip drop in, that was mental. Unfortunately, he just could not get what he wanted today, but I'm sure he'll be back again next year.
Hunter Schuetz up next. I was just going to say Dylan Morrison kind of throwing caution to the wind there. Sometimes it works for you, sometimes not.
Sometimes not, absolutely. It all comes down to who rides the best on the day. Hunter Schuetz representing Kota magazine. The family heir. Dropping in, Hunter Schuetz straight in. He had a solid run before. What's he got now? The fronty inward first trick over the box jump, hand plant on the vert wall, getting some speed over to the step up with a kickless, rewind, clutch as ever. Stalling the quarter, coming across to the quarter bank with a nice tail grab or a toboggan air, bar spin downside tail whip, straight into a front side wall plant, manually across the driveway. Straight front flip out of the bank. No fast plant needed for this guy. He's got the control. And he's setting up for another box jump trick. Hits the spine. Pumping. Triple inward. Oh, just one-footed. So close. He was dropping that trick.
Just put a knee down on that. Oh my God.
If he had have got that, that definitely could be a top spot run. But he definitely threw down everything on the line. The front flip inward, that's an R-Willy trick on the mega ramp right there. But this guy's throwing it over a small box jump. Jeez.
No, just subscribe to the stream for later, yeah?
Just subscribe, man. I'll re-upload an HD version later on in the week, so you can watch it without buffering.
All right, Hunter Zalika up next, or excuse me, Richard Zalika.
Straight flip whip drop first trick. He's throwing down in this second run. He's putting it all on the line across the driveway, getting some speed into the quarter to bank. Sorry, the quarter to vert wall. 360 triple bar spin the box backwards. Oh my gosh, 540 flare, and he sticks it. Coming back
that
across.
Box backwards is difficult too because you're basically finding that other transition blind.
Exactly, you don't know where you're going. And it's a step down too. The landing is so much higher than the actual quarter. Straight into the step up, whip bar spin, flare bar spin, but he slips out unfortunately. No, and he knows. He knows. But he absolutely threw down Richard Zalika with an amazing run. Oh my goodness. Incredible. The flip whip drop to start it off. That's not a first trick you do, man. And he sticks it so effortlessly.
Our live arena commentator looks like he's going to have a coronary out there. He's getting so excited.
He's screaming. He's going to have no voice tomorrow. I'm the same. I'm going off, man. I'm sorry if you guys are wearing headphones and it's hurting your ears, but this is just too exciting not to be shouting my lungs out. Dylan Sinclair, top Australian rider.
Currently sitting in 10th place.
Going to be dropping in, throwing down everything he has. Kickless first trick over the massive spine, straight into a flip, barspin, tailwhip, barspin, and he sticks it. Oh, he's throwing down right here. This is going to be interesting. Straight across the driveway, getting that speed. With a double flare on the corner, and he sticks it perfectly.
Unbelievable.
Straight back across the driveway, he's controlling that speed. What has he got? 540 flare, absolutely huge. Lands perfect transition. He almost cased, but it was just that perfect.
That was buttery.
12 seconds left, hand plant. 10 seconds coming across to the big quarter. What's he got? After the buzzer, but he's got another trick. And inward up the step up. And another 5 flare for the crowd. That was insane. I think he could have packed in some more tricks towards the end, but the front end of the run might be enough to put him on the podium. That was insane. The flip, barspin, tailwhip, barspin. He was trying this trick at ASA and just couldn't throw it down in his run. The box just wasn't big enough, but this one is the perfect size apparently.
All right, up next, Roomet Salik.
83 points in run 1. He's ranked 4th place. Can he put himself on the podium? Nobody has shifted the top 3.
Hutchinson up at the top with a 96.6. Excuse me, that is a mega score. Roomet Salik dropping in.
Is he going to throw more 720 combos? Let's find out. Dropping in. Straight across the spine. Big bar spin. Coming into the box shot with a double whip, 2 bar spin 360. Flowing over that vert wall, getting the massive speed into the step up. 1080, the box jump! Oh my god!
And he landed it perfectly.
Flare double tail whip on the back of the spine. Backside lip slide, 2 tail whip drop in. This could be a podium run right here. Backside lip the rainbow. He is throwing down right now. 540 flare bar spin and he sticks it. 10 seconds left. Fast plant fronty whip and he gets it. 5 seconds with another flare. This is going to be a podium run. Backside
He's
left.
on it, and that's going to count. That last trick will get it. Oh my God.
Oh
what
my
a run
God.
from Roomet Salik.
That was incredible. The crowd is going nuts for him.
The Estonian just exploded on this course.
The 1080 in a comp run. No, he didn't.
Ha!
Oh my
3
God.
full rotations.
I am blown away. What is his score? I need to find out. Is it a first place score?
Well, we're going to be sitting on this one for a couple of minutes, I imagine. He's got 2nd place with an 88.66.
88.66.
That's podium right now, but there's still a few riders to go. Jordan Clark up next.
Jordan Clark about to drop in, defending his world title, currently sitting in 3rd place, 1 point behind Roomet Salik. If he gets that double flare whip, could he be in top? You just don't know. The intensity is building by the second. Everybody is absolutely throwing down. This is the most talent I've ever seen on scooters, in scooters ever. Jordan Clark dropping in. Well defending run. Double inward, the step up, carrying his speed. Front flail tail whip, absolutely clean. Bar spin across into the step up with the double front flip on the box jump, and he sticks it again. Getting that speed, 30 seconds down, he's already thrown in some bangers. Whip, front scoot, whip, straight into the downside buttercup from the bank to the quarter, inward out of the quarter pipe. Straight downside kickless, coming across the driveway, he's setting himself up for that double flare whip, sets it up with the Superman whip, double flare without the tail whip, he's playing it safe, he got it, sticks it clean, 5 seconds left with the whip rewind, and he's got a bright flip out of the bank with a flare whip, and that was a perfect run from Jordan
That was
Clark.
a super solid
Can
run.
that put him on the top spot? That was a well-respectable run. I think it was a very good decision not throwing the whip on that double flare. He wanted a perfect run because that is what it takes to be world champion. The consistency is key. There are 3 riders left.
Top 3 from our semifinals yesterday, and that's going to be telling to see if these guys can put it together. JohnMarco, Gaydos, Leo Spencer, and Dakota Schuetz. Dakota Schuetz sitting in 4th place at the moment with some changes going on here.
Jordan Clark bumping himself up to second place.
89.66 score from that second run.
Just 1 point behind Dante Hutchinson. So if these 3 can't throw Dante off the top, then it's all over. Up next, JohnMarco Gaydos, riding for Lucky Scooters, riding his signature gold Lucky deck, dropping in. Finger whip triple straight into the box jump with a whip, rewind, bar spin, whip!
Oh, yes.
With the whip on the end, throwing it down, just adding on to that first run. Super clean and consistent coming into the step up. A Bry grab to kick rewind, whip front scooter whip, bar spin back across the spine, but he cased it and does not have enough speed. 360s the box jump to save himself. Hopefully he can get back to the box and set himself up for another trick before the buzzer goes off.
14 seconds to go. Should have time.
He's choosing not to go to the box jump, going back to the quarter for a double flare. Double flare, there it is. Oh, but he slips
it out.
And he wanted more there. He definitely wanted more.
Leo Spencer.
We're down to 2.
He's starting up to our left-hand side. Can't miss him in the pink helmet. Favoring that finger on the right-hand side.
Repping SNS and Rampant UK. Dropping in for his second run of the ISA World Final. With a whip, rewind. Bar spin on the vert quarter pipe, setting himself up on the step up with a bar spin straight to the box jump with a bar spin. 2. What a bar, bright finger, whip rewind. Massive whip front scooter. Inward to whip across the driveway. Just
over the long distance. Mamma mia.
Oh no! Full whip to whip. Just slipping the feet. He's putting it all on the line, guys. And that's what you have to do to try and take that top spot. It's not worth coming second. It's not worth coming third. He's trying to come first here today. Flare, bar twist, whip. 3 seconds, and that is time for Leo Spencer. Had he have landed every trick, it could have been a podium run, but I think the foot slips are definitely going to cost him here, which is so unfortunate.
First run score was an 81 for Leo, so I don't know if he's going to get much more than an 80 in this one because of putting a foot down.
Currently looking at the scoreboard, we still have Dante Hutchinson in first place with a 90.66. Jordan Clark in second place with an 89.66.
So definitely a podium spot for one of those 2 guys with 1 more rider to go, Dakota Schuetz.
Roomet Salik in third with an 88.66. Kota has to score at least 2.66 points higher than his first run in order to make podium.
All right, let's see if he can do it. Pressure's on for Dakota Schuetz, dropping in now.
Dropping in. This is it. Hitting the gap. He sticks it. Coming into the wall ride. He's coming in hot. Straight across the driveway with a whip rewind. Same run so far. Double flare on the quarter. He sticks it. Coming across the long box again with a Superman. What has he got? A big feeble stall on the vert wall. Board slides to the rainbow rail. Bar spin out.
16 seconds left.
He's setting up for a box jump trick with 15 seconds left.
He's killing some time getting up there, though.
What has he got? Cash roll, triple whip. There it is. The crash hold, 4 seconds. And the hand plunge, that's it. The same run, plus a double flare. I don't know if that's a 90.66, but it could be an 88 or higher.
Well, we'll leave it up to our judges.
Leo actually came in with a higher score with an 87. Interesting. So he put Dakota down a spot.
Did he ever?
So if Kota doesn't score higher than an 87 with the run that was basically the same as his first, then he's not going to make podium.
He needs an 88.66 or better to get third place here. Dakota Schuetz waiting on the scoring from our judges here.
It's literally going to take seconds to determine who is the world champion of scootering in 2017.
I have a feeling that Dante Hutchinson is going to take this one. 90.66 is a tough score to beat.
We're waiting on the score still. It's an 87.33.
Oh my
First
goodness.
place confirmed, Dante Hutchinson. Second place confirmed, Jordan Clark. Third place confirmed, Roomet, Salik.
There you go.
Those are your top 3 of the ISA World Final 2017.
Dante Hutchinson is your new world champion for the scooters. Nicely done. Congratulations to Dante Hutchinson. I'm not even sure he can believe it. He's up on top of the big step-up jump.
Well, that's been it for the 2017 World Scooter Finals.
Not bad, not bad.
I gotta say, this has been the most exciting final that we've ever had at the ISA. It was
All right, guys, we just witnessed an insane scooter men's final. The World Championship title has just shifted, and then more scooter action later on with Scooter Brad with the MGP Finals.
Yeah, it was an amazing competition. I gotta say a big shout out to the ISA. An amazing competition. We'll see you again very soon.